I'm actually not going to give you the workout right now, but I'll give you the movements in case you're watching this live and Johnny's video will go up in like 58 minutes. So I'll go over the prescribed movements first, and then there will be 2 separate movement standards for the scaled variation. So for the prescribed workout, first movement is the rope climb, okay? Anyhow, getting up the rope, okay? If you want to be a stud and do it legless, man, more power to you. Not recommended. Don't care how you get up the rope, but at the top, okay? The only standard here is your hand needs to be touching the top side of the rafters, okay? So reaching up and just barely gracing your fingertips on the bottom side does not count, okay? You need to have hand palm on top of the rafters, okay? That is a rep, all right? Then movement number 2, the hang, clean, and jerk. So different weights for prescribed and for scaled. Movement is the exact same. So first, biggest thing is the standard is from the hang. So rep 1, you will need to deadlift up and establish the hang first, then go hip to shoulder and shoulder to overhead, okay? Any variation of clean, be it muscle clean, be it power clean, be it split clean, whatever, okay? To the shoulder, bar touches the shoulder, touches the front rack position, then proceeds to the overhead position. So basically, all that to say, it is not a hang snatch where you're going directly from hip to overhead. You must pass through the front rack. Then, for this shoulder to overhead, any variation, okay? Whether that's a strict press, push press, any kind of jerk, no matter what, your finish position, bar is over top of your head, elbow is locked out, hips and knees are locked out, okay? So common faults here would be if you're jerking, catching here, and then bringing the bar back down prior to actually locking out your hips and knees in the overhead position, okay? I think that does it. Biggest thing on the hang, clean, and jerk is going to be if you drop the bar in the middle of the set, you need to reestablish the hang position with the deadlift first before going into it, okay? If you're cycling, you lock out, you can absolutely just bring it back to the hip and keep on rolling, okay? Then, prescribed, the air squat, okay? For the air squat, the standard is top position, hips, knees, ankles, all locked out. Bottom position, your hip crease, okay? So your hip needs to descend below the top of your knee, all right? Open back up, descending below the knee, okay? Those are good reps. So both ends are room for failure here, okay? If you don't hit depth, okay? And then we got a lot of reps here. So if you're trying to go fast, right, and really trying to pump these out, I did no reps there, okay? Not at depth, not locking out, right? You need to see full depth, full extension every single rep, okay? Now, 2 changes for the scaled variation of the workout. I'm going to do the air squat one since I am right here. This lovely medicine ball. This is going to be your standard for the bottom of your squat, okay? Butt touches the ball, hips open at the top, okay? That will standardize your bottom position. I don't care if you friggin' flop down here, right? As long as your butt touches the ball and you extend your hips at the top, those are good reps, okay? Then, in place of the rope climbs, we'll be doing a jumping pull-up, okay? Prescription on there is the bar needs to be no closer. Hopefully you can see me. Kurt, why don't you follow me? Just pick the tripod up. No, we'll pick the tripod up. I meant with the camera. So, bar no closer than 6 inches from the top of your head, okay? So if we need to, we can get plates, boxes, whatever we need to get into the right position underneath of the bar. You can certainly be further away than that, but the closer you are, the easier it's gonna be. But no closer than 6 inches from the top of your head. Bottom position, you need to be open in the shoulder, extended in the elbow, okay? So full extension at the bottom, then by whatever means, with a jump, getting your chin above the pull-up bar, okay? Does not need to be over top of the bar, okay? You just need to be higher than the horizontal plane of the bar, okay? So, those are the 3 movements for part 1. Part A, part 2, workout 2A. At 16 minutes, okay? So no matter where, if you finished 2A in 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, great, you get rest. If you, no matter where you're at the 16-minute mark, if you've still got 50 reps to go, at the 16-minute mark opens a 4-minute window to establish the max load on the strict press, okay? So everybody only has 4 minutes. Some people are going to be going straight from part A to part B. Some people are gonna have rest, and the faster you go, the more rest you get, okay? So for the strict press, we're gonna use the same bar that you were using for your hang, clean, and jerk. It's gonna come from the floor, so you will need to clean the bar up to the front rack before starting. Now, you need to stop all motion in the front rack before you start your first lift. So it cannot be, there can be no question about, oh, I kind of caught it in a power clean and then that kind of pushed right into my first rep. You need to stop motion in the front rack, hips and knees fully locked out before you start pressing, okay? So the requirements for the strict press is that there is absolutely, can you see my knees right now in the shot? Okay, zero bend of the knee for the entirety of the 3 reps, all right? So if you clean it up, right, you can power clean and set, totally fine. But before the bar moves out of your front rack, your knee needs to be locked out, and it does not move, okay, through the 3 reps, except you absolutely may catch the weight on the way down. If you do, the same standard as rep 1 applies, okay? So you can either stay locked out for all 3, okay, or if you're up here and you kind of receive the bar with your legs, totally fine. You just need to come back to a complete stop before starting your next rep, okay? While you're pressing, right, before you're pressing, going into your press, there is no bend of the knee, okay? It is a flat foot, locked out knee, press overhead. Top position, elbows extended, bar over your head, okay? Same as the top position of the jerk in part A. I think that's it. Good luck.